The theme of today's video is to reveal to you how to win millions of dollars from betting on sports. Remember that with me, you're learning how it's all done straight from the source. I'm someone who has actually won tens of millions of dollars from betting on sports over my lifetime. Now I'm going to teach you the same techniques that I've used to make it happen so that you too can benefit from my experiences and success. I'll also share my free picks with you at the end of this video. So here's the entire scoop of my plan on how to win millions from betting on sports. Right now, I'm waiting on confirmation from a major casino chain in Las Vegas on a high-limit credit line for the casino. I expect to get this approval any day now. In order to wager at max limits at the sportsbook, you must first establish yourself as a casino player. This is the exact strategy I used in the 1990s at the Mirage to increase my sports betting limits to win hundreds of thousands of dollars off single betting tickets. Here's my step-by-step plan now. I will bet large amounts in the casino till I'm labeled as a casino gambler again. Once I'm labeled as a casino player, the sportsbooks at the larger chains will increase my betting limits across the board, including round robins. I will then bet max limits at the sportsbooks to win back way more than anything that I might lose on the casino games and accelerate to win over $1 million, all from my sports wagers. This is the exact strategy I used to raid the Mirage Sportsbook out of tens of millions of dollars back when I was allowed to accelerate to $20,000 per parlay on my round robins. I did not care so much about losing the casino because I knew that any losses would be well made up for off one single bet on my sports bets. My wife at the time played high-limit slots and was probably the largest slot machine player in Nevada in the 1990s off my winnings. The money that my wife played in the casino typically went right down the drain, but this was the necessary means to an end for the sportsbook to take my action the way I wanted. Now I plan to put the strategy to use once again in my quest to show to you how I can win $1 million in a month during this baseball season in Las Vegas casinos. First, I'll play in the casino to get higher limits at the sportsbook. I'm a highly skilled blackjack player who knows exactly how to respond in all situations in a blackjack game. One of my first jobs was a casino auditor and analyst, and being on the other side of the business gave me quite a bit of insight on how to gain an edge in the game. I believe that with my blackjack ability, I'll net losing between a half a hand to a hand per hour on average. If I play $1,000 per hand, then that means I'm losing $250 to $500. I'm playing $1,000 a hand, $500 to $1,000 an hour. They typically want to see an average of 4 hours worth of action. So if I do what I typically would, I'll lose between $2,000 and $4,000 over those 4 hours of play. But that will show me as a high-limit casino player. And if I get hot in cards, which does happen, I might actually win, and I'll be able to increase the amounts I play for those 4 hours. So that's my game plan. Any money that I lose while playing blackjack will be made up for off just one ticket in sports. And again, now and then I do win on blackjack, and even though I'm perfectly content with losing, there's a possibility of breaking even or showing a profit on that as well. Not counting on it. I don't count on winning in the casino games ever. So here's the secret you probably didn't know. The sportsbooks in Las Vegas will increase betting limits for players as long as they're putting large amounts of action in the casino. Unlike sports betting, they generally don't care if you're winning or losing in the casino because they know that the casino is a game of chance. So if I get lucky and win hundreds of thousands of dollars playing blackjack, I'll still enjoy the benefits of the higher limits of the sportsbook. Everything's based on the amount of play and the average bet per hand. That's what they look at. If all goes well, you'll see me win $1 million from betting on sports in just a month. It happens that quick when I'm hot. If you're interested in learning more about how I play blackjack, the most strategic way you can to increase the odds for me as a player versus the house, taking advantage of some house offers and rules that favor the player, then I'd be more than happy to share that information with you. Comment or reply to this email and let me know if you're interested, and I'll get you some more information about that. I'm going to share a little secret with you right now that when you play in the casinos, you'll see that the blackjack dealers and the pit bosses and the floor managers and everyone else usually don't even know this. And again, I know it as a casino analyst. Why is it that the house wins in blackjack? When the house gives the player the option to hit or stand, gives them 1.5 on blackjack, allows them to split, allows them to double down, allows them to surrender, all are big favors in increasing the odds for the player, why then does the house win? Let me let you think about it for a minute. Doesn't make sense, does it? All the different odds and extra bonuses are to the player. Why does the house win? Very subtle. And again, very few people know this. I'll be surprised if 1 in 50 people you talk to will be able to answer this question. The answer is this. When the player is playing and they bust, that dealer takes their cards and their money at the time of busting. They grab the chips and then they continue to play deal to the rest of the players on the table, and then they play their own hand. Well, how many times do the player and the dealer bust on the same hand? All the time. And what happens which is a tie? Think about it. You both busted, right? It's a tie. What's so subtle about the casino's approach is they take your chips at the time that the player busts, but when the dealer busts, they don't give you your chips back, even though you both busted, you both tied. So the whole house advantage is based on the fact that the casino wins when you both bust, and that happens all the time. So that becomes a very tough advantage for the house, for the player to be even with all the goodies that the house gives you. But if you take advantage of the goodies and you understand how to play right, plus you get comps, you can make blackjack close to a break-even proposition, which again, if you're wanting to bet big in the sports or you just want the entertainment value, then you can actually benefit from playing blackjack. Now, the way you can win in blackjack is through counting cards, and that's become a lot more difficult these days because of the automatic shufflers and the way that they're doing things. In the old days, you could just count the high cards, the aces and the tens, and know whether there was a lot of aces and tens left in the deck towards the end, and you could take advantage of that by increasing your bets when the deck was rich with aces and tens, because obviously that gives the player a big advantage. So that's just a little tidbit for you and a bit of an advance on what you'll learn from me if you're interested in learning more about the casino games. Again, just shoot us an email. Now, here's a recap for yesterday. I won 2 round robins, 3 out of 3. Overall, I wagered a total of $22,100 and cashed out $30,019. Today, we'll accelerate once again and bet tens of thousands of dollars on my picks. You can see on the screen right here my free picks for you today. If all goes well, today will be a nice payday for me, and I'll continue to increase. To see the rest of my premium picks today, lock in a premium membership now at thewhalepicks.com/go. Now that the baseball season is here, I'm more confident than ever that a big winning streak is imminent. I invite you to join a premium membership now so you can follow along with me on my multi-million-dollar journey. So join now at thewhalepicks.com/go. Thank you. Yeah. Going forward, I'll continue to release all of my daily picks to you for free if you text me or subscribe to my mailing list. So make sure to text me or subscribe to my free mailing list so I can continue sending you all of my picks every day. I've made tens of millions of dollars betting on sports over the years, and now I'm finally breaking my secret so that you too can share in my success. All you have to do is either click on the link in the description of this video or send me a text message to my phone number at 702-462-1135. If you're texting me from outside the United States, add the +1, so it's +1 702-462-1135. I will begin texting and emailing you with all of my daily picks whenever they come up. Remember, subscribing to my mailing list is 100% free, no strings attached. And every day that you're not a subscriber to my free mailing list is another day that you may have missed out on one of my devastating winning runs. So be sure to click on the link in the description of this video or send me a text at 702-462-1135, or if you're outside of the United States, +1 702-462-1135 to join my mailing list today, 100% free. And you'll be the first to know when I release my killer picks every single day. Again, 100% free.